What's going on, people, and welcome to Game Week 13 Premier League predictions. Let's get straight into it. First up on Saturday, early kickoff, Arsenal versus Newcastle. I'm going to go for an Arsenal win. They're on a good run of form. They lost their last game, obviously, but before that, on a massive positive run. Newcastle, rock bottom. I do think that they will escape, though. I don't think they will be relegated. I think it's going to take a little bit of time. But I think it will come good for them eventually, but not in this one. So I'm going to go 2-0 to Arsenal. Next up, we've got Crystal Palace versus Aston Villa. Villa, just appointing Gerrard, obviously, they got their first win in his first game, so they've given them a bit of a lift. Palace improved drastically, one of the most improved teams in the league from last season. Vieira is implementing his style there, and they're one of my favourite teams to watch at the moment. Gallagher is doing phenomenal there, and Elise as well, making an impact off the bench. So I wouldn't be surprised possibly with a draw in this game, but I'm going to edge it to Palace, and I'm going to go 2-1. Liverpool versus Southampton. I think it's going to be a long day for Southampton. I think Liverpool will get a comfortable win at home as well. I'm going to go 3-0 to Liverpool. Norwich versus Wolves. Norwich on a positive little run at the moment. Dean Smith taking over there as well. I think that he will help them and improve them and probably pick up a few more points than they would have if they hadn't have had him. But I think Wolves are a bit of a step up for them to grab any points from. They are at home, that could play into their favour. I'm going to go 2-0 to Wolves. Brighton versus Leeds. This one is on Sky. I'll probably watch this one live. I think it'd be a good game. They both play exciting football, attractive football, risky. But Leeds have got some major injuries with Rafinha and Bamford. And I think there's a couple of others missing as well. So I think Brighton will edge it, and I'm going to go for a 1-0 win for Brighton. Brentford versus Everton. I think Brentford will take this one. They're at home. Everton are struggling this season, and I think that Brentford have got... It's a hard place to go to in the league. I think it's one of the toughest places to go to. And I think that Everton... I think Calvert-Lewin is still missing as well. So I think it's going to be a hard one for Everton to get anything from. I'm going to go 2-1 to Brentford. Burnley versus Tottenham. I'm going to edge it to Tottenham, and I'm going to go 2-1. I just think that they're going to have a little bit too much firepower for Burnley. But it wouldn't surprise me if Burnley could nick a win or grab a draw, because they're unpredictable, Burnley. One of the hardest teams to predict in the league, I think, and have been that way for a number of years. So I'm going to edge it 2-1 to Spurs, but that's a bit of a hard one to call. Leicester versus Watford. I think this could be a lot of goals in this one, and for that reason, I'm going to go for a draw, and I'm going to go 2-2. Watford doing all right, a bit up and down roller coaster ride in terms of inconsistency. They might lose one week and then score a bunch the next, but they're doing okay, and I think Leicester are struggling this year a bit. So I think it could be a draw, and I'm going to go 2-2. Man City versus West Ham. I'm going to go for a 2-1 win to West Ham in this one, against the odds. I think that they might just turn up and be hard to break down. Man City, look, they're going to be the favourites. The thing is to go with your brain. They're more likely to probably win than West Ham. But I think West Ham just got a feeling they might do something, especially as they've improved so much. I don't think City have been fully at it the whole of the season so far, consistency. So I'm going to go for a 2-1 West Ham win. And then last up, Chelsea versus Manchester United. I'm not looking forward to the game because I know that they were going to beat us. Whether or not they're going to thrash us or not is the only thing that we can kind of control a little bit. We've just apparently appointed that Ralph Rangnick. I've got to be honest, I don't know anything about him. I need to do my research on him, but things I'm hearing about him, he's like kind of a mentor or someone that's been in the game a long time, and the likes of Klopp has look up to, and other managers that are doing well. So could be a good sign for United, but he's an interim for now. Whether or not he's going to be in charge for that game, I'm not sure. I think he will be, but I think Chelsea, probably the best, other than Bayern Munich, are probably the best team, and maybe arguably Liverpool, in the world right now. European champions as well. Very few goals conceded like every week from them, and they've got firepower, and they've got a style of play, and under Tuchel, they're a formidable opponent, and someone that I love to watch, and I just look at them as a United supporter and can only commend them and applaud them and wish that we were even close to their level. I don't think we are though, and I think for that reason they will beat us, and I'm going to go for 4-1. Hopefully it's not that much of a margin and it might be a 1 or a 2-0. I'd rather that, even though we lose. But I got a feeling they're going to put a few past us. And I think if we do score, it'll probably be that man, Cristiano Ronaldo, getting our goal. So I'm going to go 4-1. That's it for this week's predictions, guys. I hope you enjoyed the football this week, and I'll speak to you soon.